Good afternoon. It's 12:42 p.m. What is it, November 22nd? I think so, because today's Saturday. I need to start specifying the dates because I have so many of these videos and they're so all over the place. Anyway, I heard from David Suruki. I've been worried about him. My phone's been off and I can only answer the phone calls because he's in jail. After his, he's another targeted individual, and he was supposedly claimed as doing vandalism on a Tesla vehicle, doing a Schwarzenegger. That's not David. David's very intelligent. He used to be, I believe, a pilot for, I don't know if it was Air Force, I believe it was, or airlines, I can't recall. And he did extensive medical exams showing that he has mental stability. But in this particular instance, he had directed energy weapons that were forced on him, and therefore they were behavioral, behavioral directed energy weapons. So it changed his behavior. I've had those happen to me as well, but on a SE-actual level, because that's what they use women for. For men, they just destroy their lives. For women, they like to take from them. But David, his bail in February this year was, even though his father paid the bail, they did not let him out. His lawyer, who is doing the case, is omitting information, lying about it. This is in San Mateo County in California. They started holding him down and putting drugs into his system. I told him, pray to God, do some fasting to help kind of rid all that stuff out of you. And sorry, I'm watching the cat because he's all excited right now. He's a big cat. Anyway, and so I guess the fasting and praying has helped. And I told him, just give it up to God. But they've moved him now to a medical clinic, a psychological, psychiatric clinic. And I told him, to be completely honest, you would be happier outside of the medical clinic. Like when they ask you, are you distressed? Yes, I am. I'm totally distressed. I'm in a medical clinic when I know I'm 100% sane. I'm having drugs put into my system illegally against my will, without my consent, in my, jail cell, everything. But he sounds really tired. I'm glad to hear from him. I'm glad he's alive. This is just horrific, I've been lucky. I haven't had a lot of my targeted individual friends die. There's a lot more deception in the targeted individual community, where it's more like a lot of perps. Like that African American girl that was on a lot of conference calls, Amelia. I think her last name is Vargas. But she's African American. And then she was hanging out with Greta, which is another African American woman that I really liked. I had a lot of extensive conversations with her, but they both are gang stalkers. They're both, perpetrators. They signed their NDAs, non-disclosure agreements, to monitor us, act as if they're one of us, and gather intel, basically. Greta always loved to call me Kathleen, so I believe that there is a woman named Kathleen that is partaking in my observation, being one of my handlers. They like to call themselves. None of y'all could handle me. But, yeah. It was good to hear from him. I was really worried about him. It's been a couple months, probably 2. Just keep up the faith, everybody. It's hard. We're gonna lose people. But that's war, right?